Hi Year 8, Ozzy here, hope you're all well. This week I want to talk to you about reading and how important it is. It's important for loads of different reasons. It improves your concentration, it improves your imagination, it's relaxing, it's fun, there's loads of different reasons. At the moment, I'm reading Mrs. Hinch's activity journal. If you don't know who Mrs. Hinch is, you've been living under a rock. I follow her on Instagram and I love her. She's got a great little family. She's got some fantastic cleaning tips and she's dead funny. Anyway, here's an extract from the book. One of the things I like to do every day is make someone smile. That's why I try to make my Instagram stories as happy and as motivating as possible. If I can make you Hinchers smile even just once a day, then that's good enough for me. And hopefully someone will return the favour to you. I think we should be spreading kindness around like confetti. I always say it costs nothing to be nice, so here are some things you could do today to put a smile on someone else's face. There's some examples, so it's like compliment someone, bake a cake for someone, tell a joke, tell someone their dog is gorgeous when you're out for a walk, loads and loads of ideas. So spread a little happiness today, read, and I'll see you all soon. Mwah.
Developing the Reading Habit is a reading competition that's open to all year groups in school. For every 15-minute block of reading for pleasure that you do each day, simply get it signed off on the reading passport that was emailed home on Friday. Once you've completed your Developing the Reading Habit passport, simply take a picture of it and email it to us at school to be in with a chance of winning. If you can't print it off, you've not got a printer at home, that's absolutely fine. Simply collect your signatures on a piece of paper and send us a picture of that instead. The deadline is the final day of this half term. Good luck, guys.
This is the book I've been reading and I've been loving it because it's written so visually. When I read it, I can almost imagine that I'm in the same place as the characters and it's taken me away from wherever I am. She wandered to the lagoon where the early light caught the glimmer of hundreds of dragonfly wings. Oaks and thick brush encircled the water, darkening it cave-like. Like any good robber, she looked around. The silent cloud of dragonflies parted before her. Holding her breath, she steered towards the lagoon entrance, almost hidden by brambles. Ducking beneath the low-hanging limbs of giant trees, she churned slowly through thicket for more than 100 yards, as easy as turtles sliding from waterlogs. A floating mat of duckweed coloured the water as green as the leafy ceiling, creating an emerald tunnel. Finally, the trees parted and she glided into a place of wide sky and reaching grasses, the sounds of cawing birds. The view a chick gets, she reckons, when it finally breaks its shell.
So the book I've just finished reading is called Fight Like a Girl, 50 Feminists Who Changed the World. Don't be put off by the title though, because it's applicable to everybody and it's just amazing people, even though they are all women, doing amazing things to kind of make our world a better place. So in here you have people like Pauli Murray, who's a African-American lawyer who did a lot on discrimination and gender inequality and kind of trying to change the world for the better. Yoko Ono is in here, so there's some information about her and how her artwork spoke to people. And there's also a chapter on a lady called Audre Lorde, who's a poet. And I just want to share with you one of the quotes that she wrote that I think is quite applicable right now. You cannot use someone else's fire. You can only use your own. And in order to do that, you must first be willing to believe that you have it.
Hi guys, so I'm going to read you a poem called This is a Daily Reminder. This is a daily reminder to relax, to not get angry over small things and to stay calm. This is a daily reminder to be yourself, to not care what people think and to know that you can be anything. This is a daily reminder to love yourself, to not hurt yourself, and to not work yourself up. This is a daily reminder that you are beautiful, that you are amazing, and you will succeed. This is a daily reminder to always have hope, to always have faith, and to know that everything will be okay.
Hi guys, for this week's assembly, I've been asked by Mr. Harris to record myself reading from a book that I like, and at first I was like, right, well I'll choose one that makes me look dead clever and want a really complex book. But then I thought, actually, I'm going to show you the importance of reading first. And the importance of reading is that there's messages and really important things in every book you can find, usually. Some teachers will tell you about how it's going to help you with your work, and that's amazing, and it will do. It really helps you break things down and understand things and get a wider knowledge of stuff. But not only that, it's important messages about the world. And to prove that you get important messages in any book, I brought you to the new nursery that we've built. Myself and my wife are expecting a child, so we've got a little book all ready for the go. So I just picked a random book. There'll be important messages in each one. So I'm just going to read 30 seconds from Malala Yousafzai's Magic Pencil. Just let me find the page. My voice became so powerful that dangerous men tried to silence me, but they failed. And now my voice is louder than ever, louder because people have joined me, and together we make a chorus, standing up for what we believe. We raise our voices for those in need, help people in danger even if they are an ocean away. Think of the world as a family. Do you still believe in magic? I do. I wrote alone in my room, but people all over the world were reading my story. Millions now know it and help me spread my message of hope. I had at last found the magic I was looking for, in my words and in my work. I am Malala. I have always wished I could make the world a more peaceful place, and every day I work to make my wish come true. One child, one teacher, one book and one pen can change the world. It's a children's book, it's a primary school book, but it really has a really positive message that I think we can all learn from. Thanks, guys.
Hi guys, I'm going to talk a bit about a piece of non-fiction, David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. And here he's talking about the limits we put on ourselves, and he talks about those limits as somebody called the governor, and how if we get rid of that, our potential is infinite. The human body is like a stock car. We may look different on the outside, but under the hood we all have the huge reservoirs of potential and a governor impeding us from reaching our maximum velocity. In a car, the governor limits the fuel, the flow of fuel and the air so it doesn't burn too hot, which places a ceiling on performance. It's a hardware issue. The governor can easily be removed, and if you disable yours, watch your car rocket beyond 130 miles per hour.
Hi everyone, celebrate Charlton High School Reading Week next week. I just wanted to share with you my favourite book, which is The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. There's also an early 2000s film version if you wanted to watch the story, and it's a PG rating, so it's available for everybody. It tells the story of this character here, Edmond Dantes, and he's betrayed by all of those around him. I like this book because it asks bigger questions about if revenge is worth it, and if power and money are everything to life. The paragraph that I'm going to read is where Edmond is imprisoned in a really notorious, a really famous French prison that's an island as well, so it's surrounded by water. And to escape this prison, Edmond has to hide in the body bag of a deceased man that they're about to throw into the sea. So here we go. They ascended 5 or 6 more steps, and then Dantes felt that they took him one by the head and the other by the heels and swung him to and fro. 1, said the gravedigger. 2, 3... And at the same instant, Dantes felt himself flung into the air like a wounded bird, falling with a rapidity that made his blood curdle. Although drawn downwards by the heavy weight which hastened his rapid descent, it seemed to him as if the fall lasted for a century. At last, with horrible splash, he darted like an arrow into the ice-cold water, and as he did so uttered a shrill cry, stifled in a moment by his immersion beneath the waves. And obviously, if you want to find out what happens next, give it a read.
I'm reading from Nikita Gill's anthology Wild Embers, and it's a poem called Venus. Decide tonight to take a lesson from Venus. She shines brighter than any planet, a morning and evening star in our endless sky. She hasn't a single moon to worship her or to cloud her judgment. She is alone, and oh, how brilliantly she shines.
Hi everybody, I'm going to be reading you a poem from Milk and Honey by a poet called Rupi Kaur. I just love the message behind this poem and I think it's really pertinent, especially for now. I want to apologise to all the women I have called pretty before I've called them intelligent or brave. I'm sorry I made it sound as though something as simple as what you're born with is the most you have to be proud of when your spirit has crushed mountains. From now on, I will say things like, you are resilient, or you are extraordinary. Not because I don't think you're pretty, but because you are so much more than that.
Hi. I turn to reading for a number of reasons. I always have a book on the go that's really exciting, really thrilling, a real page turner. So I'm reading The Silent Patient at the moment. That's really good for that. I also return to books that make me feel good. Birdsong by Sebastian Faulks is literally one of my favourite all-time books, and I've read it about 10 times. It's gorgeous. I love war fiction, so Sebastian Faulks is a real favourite author of mine. And I also have cute books like this. So this is called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Maxey. You might have seen on our Instagram page, I've posted some of his quotations on there. And that's what this book is. It's a book of quotes. So if I need a bit of a lift, I might just open this book randomly on whatever page it kind of turns open at. And I will read that and think, okay, that's the book speaking to me today. So this is what it's saying for you guys for this week. It says, I can't read it backwards. Asking for help isn't giving up, said the horse. Oh, I can't read it. Asking for help isn't giving up, said the horse. It's refusing to give up. When have you been at your strongest, asked the boy. When I have dared to show my weakness. I totally ruined that again. But you get the picture. Very cute. Happy reading.